The Middle East is in chaos.
Facing this stuff in real life,
Here, in Israel.
when you're a second away from being murdered, or watching a friend die right before your eyes. You don't know what that's like.
Threat of terror is constant.
Every day, every hour, dark forces attempt to penetrate this castle's walls.
Back in Israel, the threat of death is raining from the sky tonight.
Who do you imagine wants to attack children like yourself?
Hamas terrorists kidnapped and murdered 3 innocent Israeli teen boys.
The discovery of the bodies of 3 missing teenagers has left thousands heartbroken in Israel.
Even my parents, they're muggles, know something bad's happening.
There's been another attack.
A Palestinian man drove a car at a group of people, then got out and started stabbing people.
These are dark times, there is no denying.
People die every day.
Death toll rising after the worst terrorist attack to hit Jerusalem in years.
This is beyond anything I imagined.
2 Palestinian cousins entered a synagogue,
wielding knives and axes,
butchering the more than 24 people inside.
He's vile and cruel.
Violent, disturbing,
Foul, loathsome, evil.
covered in blood.
You know, I'm surprised that the Daily Prophet hasn't done a report on all these attacks.
Hamas and other terrorist groups in Gaza are firing rockets on cities throughout the state of Israel.
It's incredible to think of those millions of Israelis in basements and bunkers right now, worrying about getting bombed to death.
We've got to be able to defend ourselves.
Nobody else is going to die. Not for me.
Today we expanded our operations against Hamas and the other terrorist groups in Gaza.
If you succeed tonight, more than 1 innocent life may be spared.
We'll continue to protect our civilians against Hamas attacks on them.
If everything goes unfortunate today, you two may even make the front page.
We've certainly seen some reports of what many would consider excessive use of force. Obviously, we don't like to see that.
What?
Potter's actions were heroic.
Defending ourselves against those dangers.
The Daily Prophet's been saying a lot of things about you, Harry.
Clearly, whoever's writing the news stories is on the side of Hamas in this conflict.
It's just outrageous.
World leaders are calling for restraint.
True leader does what is right, no matter what others think.
The unintended consequences that would come with war means that we have to do everything we can to try to resolve this diplomatically.
Sorry about him. He doesn't understand what it's like.
How can you tell people to stop defending themselves?
Keep calm.
It's completely unfair.
You've done nothing wrong.
I'm afraid the minister will do almost anything to avoid facing that terrifying truth.
So according to you, Cedric Diggory dropped dead of his own accord.
They have their personal biases at play here.
Cedric Diggory's death was a tragic accident.
It was murder. Voldemort killed him. You must know that.
Hamas, to its eternal shame, did more to deliberately and systematically inflict death, suffering, and destruction than any other terrorist group in history.
And the response from nearly every one of the governments represented here has been absolutely nothing.
I feel more alone than ever.
Utter silence.
Is there no one we can trust?
Deafening silence.
Voldemort may be after Cedric.
Our world has perhaps faced no greater threat than it does today.
Something he didn't have last time.
You mean, like a weapon?
Iran could soon be armed with intercontinental ballistic missiles and nuclear bombs.
You don't think he'll try to kill you, do you?
This is a bad deal.
I think if he'd had the chance, he might have tried to kill me tonight.
It's a very bad deal.
While the immediate danger is to Israel, the ultimate danger is to the world.
Today, I want to speak to you about this deal.
That deal will not prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons. It would all but guarantee that Iran gets those weapons.
You are in grave danger.
I believe the facts support this deal.
I implore you to see reason.
It's too dangerous.
Despite the criticism, we moved ahead to negotiate.
No, you can't! There must be another way!
Don't give these violent medievalists atomic bombs.
He's gonna get us all killed because he can't face the truth.
President Obama's White House has the votes it needs to secure passage of the deal.
We've been betrayed.
Terrible things are about to happen at Hogwarts.
But I want to make it clear, we're going to fight these terrorists.
For now, at least, it looks like you're on your own.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand with Israel, because Israel is not just defending itself.
Harry is the best hope we have. Trust him.
More than ever, Israel is defending you.